Good day, everyone. I am Regine Gringia, the leader of the Group 5. So, the topic being assigned to us is the lifelong learning activities. So, before anything else, my co reporters are Eldo Chiril, Hipolito Hayat, Heroy Rosavel, and Hunimichi. So let us define what is lifelong learning activities. So lifelong learning activities is all learning activity undertaken throughout life with the aim of improving knowledge, skills, and competencies within a personal, civic, social, and or employment-related perspective. So, ang lifelong learning activities ay mo ni siya mga activities nga mohatag og knowledge nato ug unsay buhaton nato para ang ato ang life is mas better, mas healthier, mamuhi sa isa ka sa everyday nato and mga activities nga motabang sa ato not only at this moment but also for lifetime. It is well said that healthy nutrition and physical activity kay mo ni siya ang key or mo ni siya ang atong pamaagi para ma-achieve nato and ma-modulate nato ang lifelong health. And in a way nga ang ilang ability to improve the body composition, strengthen the muscles, our bones, musculoskeletal health, the physical and cognitive performance, as well as ang prevention niya sa mga metabolic diseases. It also includes the obesity, diabetes mellitus, cardiovascular diseases across the lifespan. And another thing is that iyang include ang clarity sa ato ang mind because having a healthy mind means having a healthy body. Especially sa ato ang mga batan-on karon nga are engaged into online classes. There are risk of having a unhealthy mind, especially sa mga batan-on karon nga engaged sa mga technologies because they're having their online classes. It is important for them, for every one of us nga naa sila healthy nutrition and physical activity since ang ilahang body and ilahang mind kay kanang ma-expose sa mga lahi-lahi nga mga radiation. So it is important nga healthy ta always. So while the health benefits sa nutrition and physical activity kay often studied singularly, it has become more and more evident that the integration of the nutrition and physical activity has the potential to produce greater benefits when compared to strategies focusing solely on one or the other. So our subtopics are the library search, access online resources, current events, information technology on nutrition and dietetics. So I will be giving a brief description for each, and the rest will be discussed by the other reporters. So library search, it is the most common engine for us, for all of us, especially for those students who are not engaged in technologies. So students before tend to do a research in every library they had in their areas. So they get the information they are searching for through a book, through ebooks or um, ebooks or books that can be seen in a technology or journals or full text articles. Next one is the access online resources or the not like the opposite one for the library search, but for the easier than the library search is the access online resources, wherein you will be able to see the information you've been looking for in just a click. So the information will be shown in some web pages and documents that the internet that provide. Then next is the current events, which is these are important events that are happening in the world that a person reads several newspapers so she or he can track the current events. So basically, the information can be seen from several newspapers that are engaged with some current events. So the last one is the information technology on nutrition and dietetics, which is the study of use of systems, especially of computers and telecommunications, for storing, retrieving, and sending informations that are connected with nutrition and dietetics. So let's dig deeper through the library search. So library search for the lifelong learning activities are extremely important in our daily lives. According to our library search, that lifelong learning describes a process that encourages and enables people to gain the information, values, abilities, and understanding they need to succeed in life. It aids nutritionists also in developing programs that can help individuals overcome their problems. It also includes a roadmap of the informations, the skills, and opportunities that may be used to achieve mental and physical well-being. So, according to our library search, lifelong learning activities are truly very important in our daily lives as individual. Nga namang important siya sa atong daily lives? It is because lifelong learning activities will give you an idea how to stay longer with a healthy habit in life. So let me bring you back to the past before the 20th century wherein people lives in a simple form of life. And in that way, they used to stay healthy by being contented kung unsay ang mga pagkaon nga i-prepare para sa ilaha o unsay naa sa ilaha. They never used to any processed food since they are not yet engaged in any forms of high technologies. In results, people tend to reach more than 100 years compared to today's generation wherein everything is being dependent to any technology or machinery and being used to eat processed food and instant foods. Maonang ang uban mga matay na bata pa. So, examples of lifelong learning activities before kay just mga simple exercises, eating healthy foods, more on doing outside activities para ma-expose sila sa different vitamins nga makuha nato like sa vitamins nga makuha nato sa sunlight which is vitamin D. And but now kailangan pang himuan pa og mga program ang mga batan-on or even mga tiguwang para makabaw or mabuhat nila ang mga lifelong learning activities. Then some of them kay magpaka-dependent na lang jud sila sa kung unsay maabot or unsay mga trending nga para sa ilaha, para sa ilahang kaayuhan. So, here are some examples of lifelong learning nga implement sa government na to. So, first is ang 10 commandments. 10 commandments where its aim is to promote positive nutrition, practices to prevent malnutrition, and encourage the adoption of a healthy lifestyle. So, is the Buntes Congress It is to reduce the incidence of maternal deaths, infant mortality, and teenage pregnancies, and to amend the Child Nutrition Act of 1966 to extend certain certification periods for the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for women, infants, and children and for other purposes. So nganong na-appeal man ni siya para sa lifelong learning activities. It is because if if mabuntis ka in an early age, you will not be able to kanang matagad nimo ang imong self kay more on ang imong maunahunaan is para sa imong baby, and mas makaingon ka nga mas need og attention, daghang attention ang health sa baby compared to yours. And other thing is that kung ang mother kay dili pa siya ready nga mahimong mother, so there are instances nga kanang dili pa niya kaya buhion ang iyang baby. So in result, ang ilahang pamuyo kay maglisod gyud sila. So there are instances nga dili ma-providean sad ang mga bata or ang iyang baby sa kung unsay para sa bata jud nga nutrisyon. So next is the Nutrition Month celebration. So it is common for all of us, especially sa mga students, even sa online classes, we celebrated Nutrition Month even if you are not able to interact personally. So according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, starting as National Nutrition Month will be honored as its own theme. The purpose of Nutrition Month is to help the public to become aware the importance of good nutrition and healthful eating plan, especially sa mga batanon nga mga pilian kaysa mga pagkaon. So Nutrition Month celebration will let them know kung unsa ka importante nga mukaon jud og mga healthy foods. So the next one is the supplementary feeding program with parent effectiveness session. So feeding activity is the provision of food in addition to the regular meals to children currently enrolled in the child development centers and supervised neighborhood play as part of the DSWD's contribution to the Early Childhood Care and Development or ECCD program of the government. So, common naman sa atong pandungog ang mga feeding program, ma-public places man, ma-private schools or public schools. So, feeding program is important and it is being implemented because it is to treat the malnourished children by providing them with the nutritious meals and regular monitoring of progress of every children nga malnourished. And another thing is that it provides an important new opportunity to assist poor families and feed hungry children. The last one is the Malnutrition Reduction Program of the ST, Pinoy Nutrition Intervention Strategy. So it is to end the poverty and hunger that are related since ang root sa malnutrition problem sa mga developing countries like sa Philippines is poverty. So in the Philippines, the malnutrition is most prevalent among infants and children through age 4. Infancy and early childhood years are critical periods wherein children need adequate nutrition to reach their full potential. Since ang mga bata sa kanang mga age kay naa pa sila sa mga developing stage or the growing stage. So that is why their body is requiring more nutrients for them to grow healthy. So next is the access online resources, which is to be reported by the next reporters.
For access online resources, we've all seen ads through online and their claims are pretty enticing, but nutritional information can be manipulated. You must understand how scientific studies are performed and evaluated so you can tell the difference between reliable nutritional information and hype. So for our lifelong learning activities, when it comes to our nutrition, there is so much of each true and untrue stuff out there, so it's really hard to determine which is which. And when you evaluate nutritional information, you want to consider the source, in other words, who's making the claim. So our example here is for those people who taking a slimming pills. We can see in their ads that there are quotes from people who use the product and claim they lost weight. These testimonials share personal accounts of the quality of the product, but they are not a reliable source of information. In other hands, just because someone says a product works for them does not mean it will work for anyone else. For health and medical information, there are plenty of reliable sources available online, but remember, anyone can create a website, and they make sure that online health information is reliable. They may say that they are scientifically tested, but it doesn't mean that they are scientifically proven. If they talk about health research, they should provide a link to the research information, and they may only talk about the aspect of the conditions that supports their product or services. So as I was saying, you must understand how scientific studies are performed and evaluated. But of course, health information is readily available from reputable sources such as government site, condition-specific sites, support organization, and also medical journals, especially for our lifelong learning activities. So we have here lifelong nutrition. It's nutrition in the life cycle. Life cycle is from before birth through adulthood, and it affects your growth, energy, and health. And dietary guidelines and food guide pyramid is offer the best advice for helpful eating all throughout life. So we have here eating for a healthy pregnancy. First, prenatal period, conception and birth, and a single cell develops into baby. So, mamagid nino nga, if naana dyan kayo ma-feel or instinct na dyan yung mga buntis ka, so, you need to have your prenatal check-up as soon as possible. So, it is include fetus, unborn baby, and it depends on the mother for nourishment. And for women who are pregnant or maybe become pregnant, three nutrients need special attention. It is folate, vitamin B, and calcium. So, kana mga buntis, is na gina sila yung mga vitamins nga gina-take, which is kani mga vitamin B, folic acid, and also calcium para sa for deficiency nga maka-result sa birth defect in the spine. So next is we have here nutrition for infants. Mother's milk, it provides a balance of nutrients as well as antibodies that build immunity to infection. So manig siya giingon nga katong una jud nga gata sa mother nga after niya og panganak, and it easily digested, pre-warmed, germ-free, and economical. So the mother needs to follow the food guide pyramid to ensure milk for her baby and enough nutrients for her own health. And for infant formula, that is modified non-fat cow's milk, and most doctors advise using an iron-enriched formula, so it doesn't contain all the nutrients babies need, and until about 1 year, babies can't digest it properly. After that, whole milk, which contains fat essential for growth, is appropriate and along with solid food. So, Na mention man sad to nga ang baby jud is mas maayo yung i-breastfeed nimo siya 1 to 2 years old. So for solid foods for babies, first we have here 4 to 6 months. It is iron enriched infant cereal and strained fruits and vegetables, and most of them are kanang blended good since dili pa gina sila kausap. And 7 to 9 months na siya strained meat and poultry like um, mga egg, meat, and unsweetened juice, plain toast, and titing biscuit since kanisad siya kay nagsugod naman siya og pantubo ang ilang mga ngipon. And 10 to 12 months, we have here chopped soft foods, unsweetened dry cereals, plain soft bread, and pasta. And after 1 year, start eat many of the foods other members of their family enjoy and introduce one food at a time. And food serve warm or at room temperature. We need to have a calm surroundings and time to chew and swallow. Chance to be messy since kanang bata is dili gini mo siya makontrol. And someone's with them while they are eating kay tungod kana sa sila kay bantayanan gihapon sila lapin sa mga pagkaon para ma-avoid ang matukan.
Healthful eating for children. The food guide pyramid help in planning meal and snack for kids age 2 and up. Children need the same food variety that adults and teens do. They just need different amount. They need regular meal schedule, feeling tired and cracking from hunger affect their appetite. They need snack to meet their nutritional need and their small appetite. Avoid small hard food like nuts, popcorn, pretzel, raw carrots, or pieces. Racing seed, candy, coach drop, and chips. Set a good sample and don't use food as a reward of punishment. Nutrition for your teen years. You're growing fasting during your teen years, then at any time since infancy, you are probably very active too. Go easy on high fat foods and using plenty of nutrition dense foods that are higher in complex carbs for more food energy and for their nutrition. Good nutrition and active living when you are young can contribute to a good health as an adult. Food for a teen lifestyle. If you have ranging after school appetite, crack portable snack, food cracker and cheese racing oatmeal cookies in your school of lunch bag. If your after school schedule interferes with family meals, work out of plan with your family, ask someone to sit aside to a plate of food for you to eat later. Join the family whatever you can. If you still hungry after eating, fast, slow down. Remember, it takes time to feel full. So, if you don't have time for breakfast or lunch, make time. You feel better and do better at school and after school activity. If you hang out with friends at a fast food, please be role and model. Order juice or milk to drink. Try a salad.
As Sir Jillian mentioned lately, that our topic for today is lifelong learning activities related to nutrition and dietetics. So my topic is all about the current event with lifelong learning activities. Nutrition events, some change away from traditional diet toward food higher in fats, meats, and sugar. Sedentary lifestyle as country became more industrialized. There are some scenarios that traditional diets be changes because of influence from different activity and lifestyle that we encounter each day. But we must maintain the healthy and balanced diet, not just the food intake, but also in good lifestyle deeds that just like joining in programs or doing physical activities that maintain body movements that also with nutritions.
Next, so let's proceed. These are the example of activities that is related to nutrition and dietetics, which is first, the nutrition month. Next is live run PH, and next is feeding program, and lastly is micronutrient supplementation program. So, current events related to Nutrition Month celebration. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, starting as National Nutrition Month will be honored as its own theme. The purpose of Nutrition Month is to help the public become aware of importance of good nutrition and a healthy eating plan. And this topic was discussed originally lately, and but in addition with this, that National Nutrition Month is this campaign that we all know that we celebrated each year during the month of March, which is focuses in the importance of making form food choices and developing sound eating, and also is very important is physical activity habits that is highly recommended. Next is Live Run PH. Activities using any app or device that would show in the 3Ds, which is the date, distance, duration. For this event, the following activities are allowed in running, jogging, walking, hiking, biking, steps in 1,200 steps in 1 kilometer, and treadmills, stationary bike activities. So this program or activities Live Run PH, which is not only for the maintain balanced diet, but also it also focuses in physical and mental health. This activity is an example of run for a cause, which they gain some fund, use this fund to help those people in the community in like feeding program and charity who need the most in nutritious need or nutrition education related to. So, next is feeding program. Feeding program is the most outreach solution we could offer to our society. Basically, it is the best preparation to preschool students on public schools so that they will encourage to eat healthy and their health are to be monitored weekly if they are in progress and development. Not just only in school basis but also in the community, just like in our barangay today, that every month we have a feeding program for the children and malnutrition in our community. So feeding program is very relevant today and even before. And next is micronutrient supplementation program. Achievements of better health outcome to sustain health, financing a responsive health system by ensuring that all Filipinos, especially the disadvantaged group, have equitable access to afford health care. Contribution to the reduction of disparities related to nutrition through focus on population group and areas highly affected or risked in malnutrition. To provide vitamin capsule, iron, iodine supplements to treat or prevent specific micronutrients deficiency. So some of this micronutrient supplementation program, which is focuses also into the people or Filipinos who need the most, who can provide their own health care. And even though, and we also know that in our health center, they also provide supplements or vitamins like vitamin C. Even in pandemic time, the government is providing provided the vitamins. This micronutrient supplementation program is also an example program from the government, which is free to all people or the community in each health center.
Information technology on nutrition and dietetics. So, nutrition events some change away from traditional diets towards foods higher in fats, meats, and sugar. So, and the rise in sedentary lifestyle as countries become more industrialized. So, which these activities to promote healthy nutrition and physical activity habits among children, adults, and others. Information technology as it relates to the practice of dietetics with hands-on experience using a variety of software programs specifically designed for nutrition analysis and food service management, as well as incorporating current social media and informatics, so which individuals can obtain, process, and understand the basic nutrition information and services so needed to make appropriate nutrition decision. It is predictor of a person's health than age, income, employment status, education level, and race. So, as a consequence, health information provides must ensure that messages were designed carefully to address these concerns for effective diet and nutrition information dissemination. So, in an attempt to address the public's needs for accurate and continuous health and nutrition information. So, information and communication technologies or ICTs, this provide the means to the realization that advance of technology has changed the way the people learn and communicate. So the ICT has become an important catalyst in almost all sectors of society, and it also become a strong ally and strengthening individuals' healthy lifestyle, taking into account nutrition intake and physical activity levels. Therefore, they should be efficient, accurate, and functional. It is a fact that nutrition applications are by all means a cost-effective innovation by reducing the chance between the individuals in need for constant interaction and their caregivers. So, the need to develop a lifelong learning plan should be directed by a personal desire to stay current and prepare for one's future practice. Dietetics professionals should select CPA experiences that are consistent with the personal and professional demands of their careers, so that it is critical for personal and professional development and success of dietetics practitioners. So, these are the examples of information technology on nutrition and dietetics. They have ads, they will show in ads, commercials, also articles, videos, and also blogs. And all the technology or current technology that we use are we saw this information through technology.